All right, welcome to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel, your go-to place for non-staff, non-biased, multi-style reviews. My name is Chris, and I'm here to bring the high ref perspective.
And my name is Josh, and I will be bringing the low ref perspective.
All right, today we're gonna be throwing 10 shots with the brand new Motiv Max Thrill and the Track Cypher Pearl, picking one winner that we would most likely add to our bag and explain why.
So make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you out on the lanes.
Just wrapped up throwing the brand new Track Cypher Pearl and the Motiv Max Thrill Hybrid side by side. I feel like these definitely fit a similar part of the bag. I feel like the Max Thrill Hybrid is maybe a little bit weaker of a core, so I feel like it got down the lane a little bit better than the Cypher Pearl did. I feel like it started up a little bit quicker and was a little bit quicker to the friction as well, as where when the Cypher Pearl got to the friction, it wanted to be a little bit more rounded and quite a bit more forward through the pins. As I moved a little bit further left, I saw that the Max Thrill Hybrid looked a little bit better. The Cypher Pearl I needed to be quite a bit steeper just because of how much more rounded it was off the end of the pattern. And I feel like if it didn't quite get to the friction enough, it was just too forward and it just kind of like puked when it hit the pins. The Max Thrill Hybrid, I feel like I could get it to the friction and it was quick enough that it came back, but I feel like it dug a little bit more in the oil, where I feel like the Cypher Pearl just never really wanted to see it if it got in the oil. All right, final thoughts on the Max Thrill Hybrid and the Cypher Pearl. These two are very close, but for me, I think the Max Thrill Hybrid is a little bit better. I can get a little bit more use out of it. This one, it looked better, straighter, and I feel like when I got further left, it also looked a lot better to where I didn't have to be quite as perfect with it off my hand. So overall, I feel like this one is just a little bit more versatile.
Just finished throwing the Cypher Pearl and the Max Thrill side by side. I feel like these two balls are not necessarily the same ball, but I would be throwing them around the same time, just looking for different shapes going down the lane. If I'm looking for more of a stronger, more forward shape, I'm going with the Cypher, where if I need the ball to be a little bit more lengthy through the fronts, but more off the spot down the lane, I would be going with the Thrill Hybrid. Like the Thrill is going to be better for when there's a little bit less overall volume, and when there's just a hair more touch of volume with the Cypher. I think that looks better. You can see I start a little further right with each of these, and I felt like the Cypher hooked like almost a zone sooner, where the Thrill I was able to get left a little bit better and just shape overall looked better because it was able to come off spot. Even when I got it inside, it was still able to shape off that kind of cliff of that oil. Final thoughts on the Cypher Pearl and the Max Thrill Hybrid. I feel like between both of these balls, they're like I said, they're in the same slot, but definitely different shapes. But for what we're bowling on today, I'm going to have to say that max throw hybrid is the winner. I felt like this ball was just, it saw it used the energy in the right part of the lane and was able to continue through the pins a lot better than the Cypher did. I felt like the Cypher was just a hair too strong and a little too rounded for what we're bowling on today.
We hope you found this video useful. As always, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.